Sawadee-ka! Welcome to World of Thai Food. I'm Amy. Today you're watching this video because you are interested in learning how to make jungle curry or Gaeng Pa in Thai. But what you probably don't know is that the name jungle curry actually comes from a misinterpretation of its original name. Gaeng Pa comes from Pali Sanskrit, which is the ancient language used in this part of Southeast Asia. On the screen, you can see how Gaeng Pa was spelled in recipe books around 100 years ago, which means Paga curry. Paga in Pali Sanskrit means art of cooking or the culinary arts. However, in contemporary Thai language, Gaeng Pa is spelled like this. As you can see, the last letter of the original spelling of Gaeng Pa has disappeared somewhere along the way, which changes the meaning of the word of culinary art to jungle curry. It's fair to assume that someone at some point in time unwittingly thought that the meaning of Gaeng Pa meant jungle curry instead of Paga curry, and then the name stuck as the dish got more and more popular. In other words, this means that name Gaeng Pa originally referred to the dish being considered as the most sophisticated of Thai curries, which in a way is opposite of collecting random ingredients from the jungle that you put in the curry like many YouTubers suggest. I'm sure that some of you are already hitting the keyboard to comment. You are welcome. So now that you know the origin of the name, let's get cooking. We start making our paste by preparing lemongrass and galangal that we cut into smaller pieces. Fingerroot or krachai is an important ingredient in Gaeng Pa. In this dish, we use it in the paste as well as for garnish. Krachai has a deep earthy and peppery note, which is different from normal ginger, so do not substitute fingerroot with ginger. I use half a cup of roughly chopped Thai shallots, 8 dry chilies that I boiled before deseeding, and about 1 tablespoon of fresh curcuma. Chopping kaffir lamb rind finely makes it easier to break it down using pestle and mortar. Ideally, I would use Thai garlic in this paste, but I couldn't find it today. Now we have prepared all our fresh ingredients, so it is time to start making the paste. First, we crush our black pepper. I use 1 teaspoon, but you can use 2 if you like pepper. Then we add lemongrass, galangal, and half a tablespoon of sea salt. Some people add all paste ingredients in the pestle and mortar in one go, except for the shrimp paste, of course. I find it easier to pound the hard ingredients thoroughly before adding the rest of the ingredients. I just make less of a mess this way, which is especially important when using fresh curcuma. A tip is to always wear gloves when handling fresh curcuma, and chilies too, for that matter. Making fresh curry paste using pestle and mortar takes some passion and patience. This way, you will achieve a consistency and aroma that you will never get when using food processor. Once we are happy with the look and feel of the paste, we go ahead and add 1.5 tablespoons of shrimp paste. Make sure you pound the two together. And now we have finished with preparing all the ingredients that are going into Gaeng Pa. And here is my paste. And I get something like 140 grams of the paste. But today, we are going to cook 500 grams of chicken only, so I will only need 80 grams out of this paste. And the rest I will use in the future for pad pet or stir-fry curry. Cooking oil was not originally used in this dish. Instead, the fatty cuts of meat or the oil from concentrated chicken stock was used to start the stir-fry. Nowadays, it's not always easy to get such high fat content in store-bought fresh chicken, so I recommend using a little oil. Add palm sugar to bind the taste followed by a little bit of chicken stock. Make sure the paste is well cooked and doesn't smell of fresh shrimp paste before adding your proteins. Deboned chicken thighs are a good option for Gaeng Pa because of its relatively high fat content. Add some stock to the pot if your paste is starting to stick to the pan. Let the chicken fry for about 10 minutes. See? The oil, chili oil, is floating in the pan now. When the chicken is 80% ready, you add eggplant and pea eggplants. Make sure to mix well with the curry. Then add long beans. Fry with the curry for a couple of minutes before adding string beans and chicken stock. There are many types of chicken broth available. Whichever you choose to use, make sure it has a neutral, clean taste. I always recommend making your own. If you haven't watched my Thai broth tutorial, I have left a link in the video description. Bring to a boil, then add 1 tablespoon of fish sauce and mix well. Let the curry simmer for a minute before tasting it. If you have to adjust the saltiness, use sea salt. That's good. Our curry is practically ready, so it's time to add the holy basil. Give it a stir and turn off the heat. I like to garnish with finger root since it adds a nice dimension to the curry. So now you know how to make Gaeng Pa or Pa Gat curry. You can find the ingredients below or visit our website worldofthaifood.com, and you should be proud if you can make this one because this is the sophisticated one, not the jungle one. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook, Instagram. For today, have a very spicy day. ขอบคุณค่ะ Yummy.